Good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Yay, we made it. Is anybody else celebrating? It seems like it's been a long week, hasn't it? Well, let's go into our hearts. Let's connect in from our heart to our mind to the divine. And I'm celebrating because I see our Auntie Jean in here. Let's just say hello first. Kathy Hand. Auntie Jean, Jennifer, Brookie, hello, hello, and welcome. And as we're doing the heart brain, let's pray that we can get the rest of our P's in here this morning to celebrate Friday with us. All right, so breathe into your heart center and release. Breathe in again, take it in deeply all the way into your lungs, filling them completely. Bringing in the light, bringing in love. And release anything unlike love. Just let it go. Breathe in one more time. Bring somebody with you when you do this breath. Who do you want to hold this morning? Who do you want to tell, I love you? Who do you want to see their face in your mind's eye? Just pull them into your heart and then bring that up to your brain. And then go further up to the divine, up to that great central sun. Just say good morning to God. If you want to say a thank you, a word of gratitude, that's what I do. Thank you, God, for this new day, for another day alive, another day to make a difference, to experience something I haven't experienced before. And then breathe that back down into your heart and anchor it in there in your heart center. And release and come back. And good morning, good morning. Our Hope Wellington Marshall is here. And Annie Seven, Kathy Caputo. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, so let's hear some yays up in the house. Who's got a yay? I know somebody does. My yay is seeing that name, Jean Lorio, up on my screen. So very, very happy that you're doing a little better, Jean. I did a phone call with Jean yesterday, and it was so good to hear her voice and just to hear her sweetness and her love. And I'm still on a high from our weekend, last weekend, where we got to just absolutely hug as much as we wanted to with each other and sit with each other and just be our wonderful, amazing selves. So it is the weekend. Anybody got anything fun planned? That would be a yay. Kathy says it's a beautiful, picturesque morning here in Maryland, but chilly at a frosty 42. We're at 36. It really doesn't feel like it, though. I had Magi out already this morning for her to do her little business, and it didn't feel like it was in the 30s. Of course, I had my pink fluffy bathrobe on, so that might have made it a little bit warmer for me. Annie, Grayson's honor roll picnic is today. Oh, that is a definite yay celebration, Annie. So proud of that little guy. Please, please give him a big hug and a high five and tell him that Mama P is just so very proud of little Grayson. Jennifer, your yay is seeing your friend Betty on Saturday. Awesome. Awesome. So you've got fun plans for the weekend. And good morning, Deirdre. I'm glad you're here. Okay, we've got a good gang in here. We should have some good yays flowing. Good morning, Andrea. Thank you for sharing. Okay, anybody want story time this morning? Maybe you've already read it. But I'll share that beautiful, I think it was a beautiful message with the angels. Brookie, you have a hands-on gardening activity today on Saturday afternoon. And then Dylan and I are heading out for some Halloween fun with our friend's band. What fun is that? And Auntie Jean says it's so great to be with all the peas, and it's getting cold here too in Texas. All right, so let's get to story time. It's called Where Do You Find God? Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. That's a quote by Marie Curie. There's a favorite country song that I listen to, and the first time I heard it, I cried. It's called That's Where I Find God. Some of the lines are, and I could hear my old man saying, "Son, just be still, 'cause you can't find peace like this in a bottle or a pill." And a Chevrolet with the windows down, me and him just riding around. Sometimes when I'm not looking for him, that's where I find God. Dear angels, when I sit quietly and observe, I find myself opening up to the fact that I'm not alone, although I am physically sitting by myself. We are all energetic beings, and everything around us is filled with energy. If we allow it, we can tune in to the highest frequency of the universe, which I call God, Source, Creator. It's really not difficult to tune in to this, as we all have Holy Spirit energy running through us. Why do we always try to complicate it? Dear ones, God is not elusive. He is present in every corner of the universe, in the seen and the unseen, the big and the small, the joy and the sorrow. One of the most powerful places to experience the presence of God is in nature. Have you ever stood at the edge of the ocean, feeling the cool breeze on your face, and just know that you are in the presence of something greater than yourself? The vastness of the sky, the majesty of the mountains, the delicate beauty of a flower, all reflect the hand of the divine. It seems you often forget to seek God in the silence, yet it is in stillness where you can hear his voice most clearly. When you turn down the volume of the world, you create space for his whispers to reach your hearts. Whether through meditation, prayer, or simply sitting in quiet reflection, the peace that washes over you in these moments is the presence of God, cradling you gently, reminding you that you are never alone. Perhaps the most important place to find God is within yourself. You often search for him in the external world, forgetting that you are divine creations yourselves. The light of God shines in your hearts, guiding with love, wisdom, and grace. When you listen to that inner voice of kindness, intuition, and peace, you are hearing the voice of God. Trust that he is within you, leading you on a journey of faith, growth, and love. So next time you find yourself searching for God, remember he's already there, in the air you breathe, in the love you give and receive, and in the stillness of your soul. God is always present, always waiting for you to recognize his gentle presence. Where will you find God today? Dear angels, I promise to look around me with more awareness of the presence of God. Thank you for letting me share the angel message. You know, every night it seems to be getting more profound, maybe as we head into the holiday season, maybe as we are reaching an end to this craziness that we call an election here in the States. But whatever the reason, maybe it's me. Maybe I've just learned to raise my vibration a little higher to listen to them and the new frequencies. Yes, hi, Rachel Warren. Thank you for being here. The frequencies definitely are bringing in a different energy, but the messages just seem to be off the charts, crazy good right now, as Charlie would say, crazy good. But where do you find God? What a beautiful question they put out there for us, isn't it? To really look around and see. I call it my Zen spot. My Zen spot is at the ocean. And I know this. It's at the mountains, but also the biggest place that I can just go and immediately connect is at the ocean and just sit there and watch those waves and listen to them. When I first had the diagnosis of breast cancer back in 2019, it's the first place I went. I left that doctor's office and I didn't even hesitate. I drove straight to the beach. I was all alone and I just sat there and cried and just released the emotion that I think I had been holding my breath up until that diagnosis came. And then listening to the doctor say it for real out of his mouth, I think I needed to go to the ocean to exhale and let out everything that I've been holding in. And yeah, that is my place to go, to find God, to connect in, to have a heart-to-heart talk with my Creator. Kathy Hand has a couple of yays, but great news about Colin. He met with his probation officer, and she says he will only have to check in with her every 3 months. That is a miracle, Kathy. That's amazing, and I'm so happy and hope that Colin will really realize what miracles are taking place in his life. I really do. Oh, Rachel, I'm so glad you're in here with us this morning. Brookie says, in the smile, she finds God in the smile of a stranger, in a visit from a bee, a curious bird or squirrel, the trees in the park, the water flowing by. It's beautiful, Brookie. And Rachel, my yay is I'm off tomorrow, and after work today, I'm treating myself to a facial. Oh, would that be with our most favorite esthetician? And I know that I was just with her, and I'm hoping you're going to see her because she does an amazing facial. Kathy says, my next yay is taking part in our town's trunk or treat with our Durango the Dragon and Scooby. Please do post some pictures for us. Good morning, Leo. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Leo, and thank you. We love you right back. Thank you all for calling in people into the morning show. Rachel says, I'm channeling more and more, and my intuition has strengthened too. I feel like I'm being upgraded. We all are. We all are rising up, up, up to that higher plane. Oh, I said the words. Maybe little Max will say them today again. Up, up, up to that higher plane. Sally and Tony, good morning. Good morning. I hope you are doing great, and I hope Enlightenment is just bursting with energy. Blue, there you are. No, Uggs. Good morning, good morning. Oh, the Ugg is you need coffee. Here, I'll share some of mine with you. Have some coffee. And I love this coffee cup. It says, inhale love, exhale gratitude. And you have an inside wall. That's a yay. It looks like two stalls now. I have to tell you, I've been watching videos of these two horses online. Their names just escape me, but they're one of them is blind. I don't know if the other one is also blind, but they're special needs horses, and they have a seeing eye donkey. It is the coolest thing. So Petey the donkey goes to the stalls and wakes the blind horses up so they know that it's another day, that dawn has risen. They wake I think Petey's a he. Petey wakes them up and then leads them outside of the barn where they can go out into the field. It is the most amazing thing. I think you can probably find it online by Googling the Seeing Eye Donkey Petey, Petey. I'll try to share a link when I go watch it today because it's the coolest thing. And then when Petey leads the horses outside, he goes out and rolls around in the dirt, and his little talk that he does to nudge them and guide them because they follow his voice and they follow his footsteps. It's amazing to watch, and I really appreciate the owner for allowing them to have a life. It's like they can't really do much as far as chores or anything, but they can definitely enjoy life the best they can. And Jean says, "That's a yabba dabba yahoo, the blind and the donkey. Yes, I have seen them. There are two horses at the rescue here that just had to give operations and are now blind." Yeah, I never thought about it. I had never even considered a horse being blind. And what do they do? How do they get around? How do they get back into the barn? Petey leads them back into their stalls. And it's just amazing, you guys. It's amazing, isn't it? How nature and how things can work out when there's something out of the ordinary. Auntie Jean says everything is God, every creation, everything is His and her spirit. We need a proper pronoun for God. I just say whatever comes out, Jean, and the angels said it the way they said it, and that's why I read it that way. So whatever you choose, I just see God as an entity and an energy and doesn't need a pronoun. But we humans, we have to use pronouns sometimes when we're referring to something. And Rachel loves the ocean, your second home. I do. I love the ocean. And Hope says, my yay is to our beautiful Linda Lemieux. Just came in from dialysis to find Zena sitting at the table doing math. Totally unprompted. Expected to come home and find him in bed as he's on half-term holiday as of today. Linda has certainly sparked something in him and so grateful. Hi, Zena. Zena, we love you so much, and I am so grateful that this has happened with you and Linda and that you're um, enjoying working with her. And I know she's amazing as a teacher, so you're in for a real treat. Rachel's been seeing blue jays lately. I saw one at the retreat. There was one that flew by the window. And you saw yours by your job. They're wonderful energy, just not around other birds. They're a little aggressive with other birds. It is a miracle, Hope, and I'm so happy that that's happening for you. And Rachel said there's a spa right around the corner from my job. Awesome. Looking forward to being off tomorrow. I'm so happy for you. And Deirdre's giving kudos. Linda Lemieux and Zena, great working together. Yes. Brookie, he says, bup, 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 bup. There you go, little Maxwell. I'd love a little video of him saying up, 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 because that's our saying here that Marietta always brings in so we can rise up to that higher plane. Rachel, another yay is we're finally going to be adding to our team here at work, so I won't be their only regular employee anymore. That's awesome. I've got a roomie card, but let me see what Sally has to say, and then I'll share that with you. Sally says, update on myself. I saw a new chiropractor yesterday who's a friend, and I started out with him in chiropractic care years ago. He listened, understood, and started slowly. I was pain-free last night. I got great sleep, finally, asking for prayers for our grandson who is being deployed to the outskirts of Russia. Oh, darling, which one? Let me know which one's going there. Um, Kathleen says, that is adorable. I have to look for the horses and that seeing eye dog. I'll find it and share a link. I know it's on YouTube, and I'll share a link with you and with all the other P's because I love watching. It's like, okay, what's going to happen this morning with Petey and the horses? I wish I could remember their names. All right, here is the Rumi card, and it is Celestial Rose of Ma. Isn't it beautiful? The taste of bitterness becomes sweetness in love. The searching in the dark finds the light of faith revealed in love. Love transforms thistles into jasmine. Love layers heaven and gifts us with wings to soar into its mystery. Love transforms our every thought into a desire of the heart. O love, how divine is your luring! Beauty flows from your unseen face. Your very nature is radiant with joy. You manifest vibrant hues in every flower. Your touch dazzles all creation. Every particle is attracted toward you, longing to unite and dwell in you. And that is from Rumi. The Divine Mother offers me her rose. How rich that gift may be! I tear my flesh on its thorns and my blood flows. I curse myself for carelessness, and yet, in my desire to grasp this gift, it happens again and again. Then I realize such is its scent, its beauty. How can I be tentative in my approach? My senses are drenched in beauty, and I long to inhale the exquisite perfume, to reach for the velvet dew of the petals, soft and delicate under my touch. Perhaps I will be scraped and I will bleed, yet that is not enough to deter me, to prevent me from accepting this gift. The magnificence of the bloom renders the struggle to enjoy it as a worthy, noble, essential pursuit. Of course, I understand something so precious must be protected. It must be allowed to live, more than this, to thrive. So those thorns are hooks that allow for growth for those that would bear the pain of the ascent to the rose's blossoming heart. And those thorns are barbs that keep away those that would consume without the creation, without appreciating its worth and beauty. Yes, those thorns serve essential purpose. I cannot begrudge them, for I love the rose, and so I love what is necessary for her to be. And so I love thorns also. What a great message, because sometimes we think of our journey and we think of the pain that we sometimes endure going through our experiences that are there to teach us and to show us the beauty that we can achieve once we get on the other side of those experiences. So don't just love the end result. Don't just love the joy of lifting up and the exhilaration. Love that experience that got you there. And sometimes I know that's hard to do. Sometimes, right, we want to just curse at that and say we wish it had never happened. But I've learned not to do that. I've learned to look at my life and look at the things that have happened in my life, like the kidney failure and then the kidney transplant. And yes, in the beginning, when I discovered I was in kidney failure and I was very, very sick and could have died at that moment, I just was railing at God, and I was just saying, why did you let this happen? How could you let this happen to me? Right? And we go into victimhood. But if we stay out of victimhood and we look at what's happening as part of our gift of what can be, I really feel like my life started over at that moment with those experiences and the gift, the second gift of life. Someone who gets a transplant can truly understand sacrifice and understand what it takes for somebody to reach that point of saying, yeah, you're important and I see you and I'm able to do something about it. So I'm going to sacrifice a little so that you can live. So everything that happens, we can say thank you. We can call it a yay. So all those experiences can be yays. Blue, just like our amazing Kizzy, our Gibby Kiss Cat. He's walking better. Please keep saying prayers. Oh my gosh, my heart, my heart. I was so bummed that I didn't get to come and see Gizzy and give him some love when I was up that way. But it just didn't work out. And I did the best thing that I could do and made the best decision with the angels' help, because I've been kind of exhausted for a couple of days. And if I had added that extra part to the journey, it would have been really tough. But I will get there. I will see my Gizzy. I know he's going to hang on. And when I do see him, I think he's going to be walking with all four extremities. And I think he's going to be getting around quite well. You're going to have to run to keep up with him. Kathy says, you're so right, Teri. We all hope Colin knows and realizes the miracles happening for him and stays on the course of sobriety and shares his experience with others. Yeah, because he's been through miracle after miracle. Sally, when our senior dogs would lie their, maybe lose their eyesight, our younger dogs would become their eyes for them. It was amazing to see love and compassion between them. Right? I love that. And Auntie Jean, you're so right. Someday we will not need words at all. We did a forward progression at our retreat, and one of the visions that I had was, yeah, we didn't need words. We just communicated. We just were able to look at each other, and we just knew. We just knew without having to express the words out of our mouth. That was wonderful. Up, 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 says our Marietta. Oh, hello, sweetheart. Thank you for being with us. Oh, Christopher is the one that's going. Please give him a big hug from me. I remember Chris and sitting there in his enlightenment and meeting Chris and his brother. And yeah, I'm so sorry that he's deploying. Did you say for a year? Because that's what Suzanne's son-in-law is leaving in December for a year, going to Turkey. Leo, prayers for your mom who just had her emergency surgery and is recovering at home. We most certainly will, Leo. We lifted her up yesterday. And let me just put that in there. Type in your prayer requests. Okay. Rachel, I could use some prayers too for my nervous system. So I'm going through a sometimes overwhelming emotional transition. Yeah, that's where trust comes in. And for anybody that's interested, there's a workshop that's starting, I believe it's next week on November 2nd. We start our deeper dive into emotional empowerment. And it will be online. It will be on Saturdays. And I was wrong about the time, you guys. We did talk about an earlier time on Saturdays when we first set this up. So it will be 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays for 4 weeks in November. We'll end the week before Thanksgiving, so it's not going to interrupt any of your holiday stuff. Good morning, Linda Lemieux. And Sally says, I've been there a time or two through this whole ordeal with my health. Yeah. And Blue says, Rachel, the energies are tough right now. Take your time and stay in mindfulness. It will shift in the middle of November. I think we're all going to find a big shift when we work together on being more empowered emotionally. Blue, I'm so glad you did. The Fae told me a month before you would not be here. I mentioned it to Brooke, and I'm glad you listened. I so wanted to be there. Oh, you just don't even know the struggle I went through, knowing that I had told Gizzy I was coming, and then I was not physically able to do so. But I will get there. I will. Good morning, Prachetta. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. All right, we are in our prayer request time. So anything that you want to add, just go ahead and put it in there. Okay. Yes, be gentle with yourself. That's what matters. And Sally says, on the funnier side, we just watched the old classic movie, The Birds. So listening to the birds in the background has me watching out the window for large gatherings of birds. These are gentle birds. They don't attack. They attack with love. They're singing out a love message. All right. So Deirdre, we put up your daily prayer for us because I love how you word this every day. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for all families living with addictions. Thank you, Deirdre. Thank you for that prayer. And let's just bathe in those words right now as we listen to those beautiful birds carrying these words up to the heavens. Ooh, and I know that Sally gives us a prayer as well. So that one off the screen. And any other prayer requests, let's remember our Zena and celebrate that things are improving there with his studies and lifting him up for that beautiful young man he's becoming. Who else needs prayer this morning? Pray for this family that I'm sitting with, Bob and Noel. You've probably seen them. I was on their show not too long ago. Well, maybe it was almost a year ago that they had me on as a guest with Dr. Ruth Anderson. Pray for them as they go take care of a situation up in Wisconsin from two friends that they lost up there and helping out their children. Prayers for the lost, the lonely, the forgotten, the unloved, the homeless, and those living in fear of another. Absolutely. Thank you, Sally, for that. So any other prayer requests, let's remember to lift up Leo's mom and any who are struggling, all the ones that mentioned it today, that you need the extra prayer. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Just breathe right in and release. When you breathe in the next breath, just envision it going upward, up, 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 as we like to say here. And as my friend, who's now in spirit, my friend Sharon, would always say, she'd always ask me and her congregation, where are we going? And the answer is higher yet. We may think that we've reached that highest dimension, but there's no limit to God. There's no limit in the dimensions. So we're going higher yet. As we lift up together with our vibration, we leave the 3D and the 4D and we go up to our higher selves. Let's just stop there for a moment at that 5D energy, enjoying being able to communicate without words, as we spoke of here. just sitting in the presence of your higher self. Say thank you. Thank you for so many yays in life. Thank you for another day to enjoy this thing called life, for whatever may come our way today. Thank you. Guide us in what we need to be guided in today. And now let's move our vibration higher, that frequency rising up, 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 going through the dimensions, going to that great central sun, asking for an audience with our Creator, which is always given every time we ask to sit in the presence of God. It's immediate. And what we'd like to do as we're here is bring all those prayer requests, our long list of prayers, any that have been added in today, any that we're holding in our heart, just bringing forth and leaving them there. We don't have to hold on to them. Our job is done once we express it by giving it over to the Creator, asking for the divine to take a look at these prayers, to see them and acknowledge them, asking for Jesus, our Master Healer, to touch all of those who have asked for healing. Let miracles flow, as we know they do when we sit in the presence of our Master. We ask for Divine Mother to hold each person, especially those going through emotional pain right now and emotional turmoil. We ask for each of us to feel that Holy Spirit energy flowing through us, always with us, always guiding and leading, just like we were that blind horse. And we can follow the sound, we can follow the whispers, we can follow the touch. And now let's give gratitude. Thank you. Thank you, Divine. Thank you for being with us always. Thank you for taking these prayer requests, for touching each one, for answering for the best and highest good of all. We may not know what that is, so we lose our expectation of what that looks like. And just release from our energy field. Release it off of our shoulders and out of our hearts, trusting that the divine is already at work, already answering prayers, already doing miracles and healing. Thank you. Thank you for seeing us, for loving us, for never leaving us alone. And let's come back down into our hearts. And let's reach out now to this planet, our beautiful Mama Gaia, asking for peace on our planet, for peace in our hearts, peace in our homes, and peace all over this world with every inhabitant, every animal, peace with nature, peace with the waters. And thank you, thank you, thank you to Mother Gaia. We love you so very much. Thank you for giving us everything we need to survive as we walk on your back. And then, as we do every day, we're going to love on each other. We're going to say words from our heart that are just genuine, warm, words that came directly from Spirit, words that are a part of a bigger teaching of Ho'oponopono, the prayer of forgiveness. We say thank you. I love you. Say it with meaning. Say it with love. Say it to each and every one. There's no exclusions. in giving out the love. Everyone's welcome and everyone is touched as we send these words forward. And let's see if there were any other prayers while I was communicating our desires to God. Isabel says, safe to take who off the list, honey? Diego Leal, we can take off the list. He recovered fully and going to be able to start work again. He did the last 2 surgeries 2 months ago and all is well. That's beautiful. Thank you for letting us know that, and we will celebrate that. Manuel, thank you for joining us. Good morning to you. And Gizzy just walked by, mostly able to use his left foot. I'm claiming a miracle there for him. Prayers for those stepping on the choice to light. Many have reached out over the past few weeks. We need them during this time. So exhausted and happy to have them. Indeed. And Kathleen, please say an extra prayer for my friend Alba, who is on our list. In addition to her paralysis, she's often in a lot of pain and a lot of emotional pain and anxiety. Oh, you're so welcome, honey. All right, so Auntie Jean got us started. I'm going to pull up our Morning Cuppa song. So get ready, little Max and Doggaroos, because I know all of you love to dance to the Morning Cuppa song. Don't be difficult, Leo. All right. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go.
Come on. Come on.
Let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on the peaceful peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of
Oh,
joy,
Isabel, I'm so happy to hear that. Yes, when doctors say it's a miracle, then pay attention.
thank you, I love you, namaste.
Leo. Full of joy.
Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you,
I love
namaste.
you.
Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Of joy. Thank you, Deirdre.
There really is no secret. We simply
Accept. Align. Allow. Play, y'all.
Cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Full of joy. Yep, coming up on the end of the song. Auntie Jean, I'm so glad you were here today. We have really missed you and glad that you're feeling better. Woo! And I know our little Max is yelling out, woo! Because he loves to do that with this song, Leo. I really wish you could hear him. It's a delight. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of such a great movement of love, a movement of just bringing forth a beautiful energy into the world. I wanted you to see little Magi. I know you saw him for a minute when he jumped up on the couch. Sorry, I changed him there. Magi, Magi. Do you want us to come say goodbye? Here she comes. Magi, come here, baby. Come here, baby. Yes, this is Magi. Oh, the peas are over here. This is little Magi, full of joy, full of love, and waiting for me to feed her. So I just wanted you to meet Magi that I'm here with for a bit. So, all right. So I'm out of here. I love you all so very much. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. Bye, Max.